Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hold Your Horses with Kevin. This week, we're going to look at a form of education that's been pushed to the forefront as a result of the coronavirus pandemic: remote learning. According to a twin report by the World Bank, the COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted education in over 150 countries and affected some 1.6 billion students. In response, many countries implemented some form of distance learning. However, as you could imagine, staring at a computer screen for hours on end as the prime way of learning is not for everyone, especially not those little balls of constant energy and emotion.
Are you on class?
No, something isn't really happening. It's like something is kind of weird going on. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Buddy, you gotta ask for help. You don't just put your blanket over your head.
As the pandemic enters its third year, a cluster of studies done, for instance, in the US, show a significant number of students in the youngest grades falling behind in reading. In Virginia, one study found that early reading skills were at a 20-year low. In Boston, 60% of students from poverty have been identified as at high risk for reading problems. Fighting distractions and controlling one's attention are difficult tasks, not only for kids, but even adults in remote learning scenarios. But one remote lesson conducted recently had no problem at all capturing the undivided attention of young minds eager to learn.
Shenzhou 13 crew once again took remote learning to a whole new level. There are experiments like the one explaining how water and oil behave differently in space and on Earth. There are rare glimpses into how some of the top-notch experimental equipment at the space station work and could put to work in the future. And there are lots of questions from students on Earth. This student from Tibet asked about how the moon looks like on the space station. This one from Xinjiang asked if her science projects could be on board the China space station. The responses they received was nothing but informative and encouraging.
That was the second lecture taikonauts aboard China's space station gave to students on Earth. Beamed some 400 kilometers from the surface of the Earth, now that was a remote lesson in every sense of the word. Of course, more than just a class, this event was really meant to inspire a lifelong interest from the students in space and science. I mean, it takes a lot of resources and effort to send humans into space, so any country or government or entity that does that is going to take full advantage of the opportunity to inspire and engage and motivate, right? All of you shaking your heads right now, you're just jealous. I know what you're thinking. Bezos could have used the opportunity to inspire young minds in America, many of whom are lacking interest in science. Instead, he played with Skittles. But he's a private capitalist. It's his own money. He can do whatever he wants with it. I mean, he's already paid his dues and taxes, right? And to those who say he should have spent the money improving wages and working conditions at Amazon, the thing is, if he did that, where else is he gonna come up with the money to throw Skittles in space, huh?
Hell yes.
Now, at the end of this episode, as someone who couldn't really tell the difference between physics and psychics, I know I'm not the one to inspire interest in science, so I'll just leave it to the most able.
So flying to the space is always our dream, and we never give up exploring science. So keep up, and also to study more science, and there are a lot of things waiting for you to explore, and here is your future home in space. See you next time. Bye for now.
再见。